Good morning, everyone, and welcome. This is FlossTube number 4. I am Christine, the Apothecary Stitcher, and it is Tuesday morning, November 28th, 2023. So, welcome. It's going to probably be a pretty quick and short update. I have not had that much stitching, or I should say I've had stitching, but on just a few projects. But it has been a wonderful and fun month. But it is getting to be winter. We do have snow on the ground finally. I'm looking forward to spring. But anyways, I figure first we will get into finishes. I don't have anything fully finished to show you today, but I have been diamond painting. So we'll just do some non-stitchy diamond painting first. I started this back in October. And I finished the Harry Potter Hogwarts crest. So I actually just finished this a couple days ago over the weekend. I've been on vacation from work, so I had some extra time around Thanksgiving. So love how this turned out, all sparkly. So pretty. And then, as you guys know, I have my buffet. I like to stitch smalls for the buffet, but I'm a full coverage stitcher, so honestly, I start working on the smalls and then I just gravitate back to my full coverage. It's a thing. It's a problem. It's fine. But I did stitch the Quirky Quaker Fox, and then I just added November to the bottom. So at least it's stitched. Gives me plenty of time to get this made into a pillow to put on the buffet for next November. So he turned out cute. I just stitched him on just seriously scrap fabric I had. I think he's on a 14 count, but I'm not really sure. And then I just pulled some DMC that I thought looked good for a fox. I tried to go to Jan's and pick out like a variegated or something. They actually don't have variegated threads at my Joann's here. They don't even have a full line of DMC here. So that's a thing, but he's cute nonetheless. And then I had one more finish. As you guys know, I have been working on Ink Circles Rosetta. The goal was to have it done by the end of the year. But once I started working on it and was so close to being finished, I just had to finish it. So here is the finished Ink Circles Rosetta. This is stitched on a 32 count 2/2, and the borders are in DMC 3799, and then everything else is filled in with a Threadworks Gray Flamingo. So absolutely love this. Since you saw it last time, I filled in these 4 circles down there. So that was November and December goals. So I don't know how I'm going to finish it or what I'm going to do with it yet, but it is done. I'm so excited. And you always have to have an Ink Circles on the go, so I do have to go pick another one out of my stash to start. So I'll have to see which one is calling to me the most. So that'll be fun. And then I will show you just a couple of previous finishes, just that I have out currently for my buffet setup. He's finished on a little snowman, so cute, but this is Lizzie Kate, Dear Santa, I believe it's called. I did change all of the colors. I stitched this probably 2-3 years ago, I don't remember. I did hand dye the floss that I used to stitch the words, so I dyed that myself. Just wanted to give it a try, see how it worked. So that's really cute. And then it came with a second pattern on that chart, which I finished just onto a little block. And it's the Naughty Nice, and I tried. Dear Santa, I did try hard this year. So super cute on that. And then I guess we will just jump right into whips. So like I said, I didn't have a ton of stitchy time. I did spend a bunch of time finishing Rosetta, so I don't have a ton of projects. I'm still going through my rotation though and just meeting my goal, and then moving on to the next piece, just drawing out of a cup and seeing what came up next, which has actually been really fun. I like the little bit of mystery. So the first one, as you guys remember, or maybe not, I was in the middle of my rotation on Rainbow Dragon, which is an artisy pattern. So like I said, I was about halfway through my rotation on him, so I did finish that. I think I took a screenshot from my last video to show you where I was at. I think I had 2 columns done previously. And now I have finished the rotation on this one. So it is currently at about 10,000 stitches total, which is about 15%. And I have put in almost 3,700 stitches since the last video, the last time you guys saw it. So still love working on this one. This one is stitched 2/110 on 25 count easy grid. So pleasure to work on this one. Cannot wait until this one gets pulled again. But I do still have a few more pieces in my rotation before I start over again. The next project that got drawn was a new start, but plans have changed. So I have actually pulled that one back out again after I did a different rotation. So we're gonna go a little bit out of order here. After that, I drew Cliffhanger, which this is a chart by, the artwork is by Amy Stewart, and it is charted by Heaven and Earth Designs. This is the mini. I am fine with the detail, but in my opinion, sometimes minis have a lot more confetti than regular size patterns because you're trying to fit more in a smaller space. But again, I just look at the mock-ups, see how it's gonna look to determine, because I know there's always debates between minis and regular size, and I have the super size max colors, I have just super size regular colors, I have regular charts, I have minis. I look at the mock-ups and see what it is I want to stitch, and I also then think too, how many hours are in a day that I have to stitch and could actually maybe get some of these done. So I do have a fair number of minis, and I also have a fair number of regular size. So look at the mock-ups, and it really just depends too on the artwork that you want to stitch and that kind of thing too, for what the detail is and that kind of thing. So this one was not a new start when it got pulled. But I also have not worked on this project in probably about 2 years or so. So it has been a long time since this one has come out. This is how far I was at the beginning of this rotation. So just the very, very top done. So not much at all. And now I warn you, I park. If you don't like parking, this might not be the project for you. But here is how far I got up to. So as you can see, I did get quite a bit filled in. I stitched more on this than my rotation was originally planned for, but I wanted to get that full row finish. That actually included the girl sitting on the stack of books, which was super, super cool to get to. So very, very happy with the progress I got on this one. I struggled a little pulling this one back out, but after I kind of got into it, found the groove of stitching on it again, it was actually really, really fun, and I'm glad that I worked on it. So this one is now, let's see, I put in 11,500 stitches for my rotation, which brings it to about 19,000 stitches total completed, which is about 24%. So that's awesome. And yes, this is the full width of the chart. So it's kind of nice that it fits in my frame. So that's awesome. So this is Cliffhanger, and it is stitched 1/1 full cross on 28 count. So super, super fun. All right. Then, like I was confusing you guys before, I did have another new start before Cliffhanger, and that was Dawn over New York City. This is a chart by Stitching Jewels Designs, And like I said, it was a new start, so I have nothing to show you for before progress, but this is how much I have stitched on it total. So as of right now, it has 16,000 stitches in it, which is 36% complete. This is stitched 2/1 tent on 25 count easy grid. And the reason I did my rotation, went and did cliffhanger, and now this is back out is because friends did some enabling for me, which you will see in the haul portion later. And I have a new full coverage that I want to start, maybe as a new year, new start. So that means I need to finish a project first. So I did a little poll with my friends, and this is the one that was chosen to be a finish. So this is going to be my focus actually, which is why I pulled it back out. I'm going to try to finish this by the end of December. So next video might be kind of boring because it's probably just going to be one piece. Sorry. I get sucked in, and I will focus finish on pieces when they start calling to me, or when I have plans and ideas and things I want to do. So that is the plan, is to finish that. Come haul, you will see what enabled me and the rabbit holes that I have since fallen down. There's actually been a couple of them. So let's just get into haul then. I also have, like I previously mentioned, I believe, want to start stitching on really tiny fabrics, so the 40, 50 count fabrics. So I did buy another monochrome to hopefully stitch teeny tiny. And I got the Tree of Life, which is another pattern by Stitching Jewels Designs. So I think this will look really cool. So I'm excited about that. I have ideas of how I might want to stitch it. I'm thinking of stitching it on, I already have some higher count fabric, more neutral colors, so I'm thinking of doing a very, very lightly variegated, like deeper blue. I might just honestly stitch it in black. I'm not really sure. I'm just letting the ideas float around and see what calls to me, but I don't have any immediate plans of starting that one, but I had to have it. And then actually just last night, one of my friends was discussing what her new starts are going to be for 2024. This is all Athena's fault. Thank you very much, Athena, and actually Melina, half of Count Twice, Stitch Once, and Athena is Stitching Goddess Designs, so if you have not checked out either of them, please go do so. They are wonderful humans. But anyways, Athena was going to start the sister pattern to this, and then Melina and I started shopping, and we started shopping Shannon Christine Designs. So I bought the other piece than the girls, and I got Falling Snow. And then as we were talking last night, I might actually be planning to stitch that one. Not with stitches, I might do the whole thing with beads. So thanks, Melina, for that idea. I think that will be super fun, and that would be so, so pretty and sparkly when it's done. So I don't have fabric, excuse me, but I did maybe buy the beads last night along with the pattern. So that was a lot of fun, and I cannot wait to start that. So that is Athena's plan though, start for 2024. So if she's fine with it, I'm just going to join along with her when she wants to start it, since I jumped on her train. This was also found by Athena, Stitching Goddess Designs, and as soon as I saw this, I knew I had to have this. So this is a pattern by the Cross Stitch Studio, and it is part of the Wizard Library series that they're apparently going to have, and this is Snape's Library. So I absolutely love this. It's got the books, it's got potions, it has everything. So this is my little apothecary shop library. So I am super, super excited about that. And that is the reason that I need to have a full coverage finish. Honestly, simply, it's because I don't have enough Q snaps to put everything in, so I need to free up one of my Q snaps so that I can start this project. So that does mean something needs to get finished, because I don't know about you guys, but for full coverage, I absolutely hate taking them in and out of the Q snaps. It is not easy to wrangle all of that fabric all of the time. So the least amount of time I have to do it, the better. But yeah, I cannot wait to start that. I do have all the threads on order. They should be here in another couple weeks. So I'm hoping to get that started as soon as Dawn over New York City is done, or for like a New Year's start. So somewhere around there. Super excited. Like I said, I got the threads on order, and then I did order the fabric as well. I'm going to stitch that one 2/1 tent on 25 count. I kind of feel like 10 stitch is cheating, but honestly, some of these are just so huge that why not? Then I can stitch more and enjoy more. I still have plenty of projects that I do full cross on because I do enjoy that, but sometimes the 10 stitch is just a nice change of pace. All right, so I think that is all of the haul. That's probably the most amount of haul you'll ever see from me in one video. Full coverage stitching, I don't buy that much stuff, to be honest. And then I guess just life updates and that kind of thing. It was just Thanksgiving here in the US, so happy Thanksgiving. I hope everyone had a wonderful holiday and weekend, however you chose to spend that. I got up that morning and I did the Run Turkey Run here in town where I live. I had been loosely training for that one for a little bit, and I did end up with my best 5K time ever for a live race event. So I was very, very thrilled, and I was so happy with my results. So very excited on that. And Trotter the turkey was at the finish line when I crossed, and I got high-fived by Trotter the turkey. It's just fun. So that is how I started out my Thanksgiving. I did spend the rest of the day with my parents, and we had a wonderful day. And then also in running news, I have mentioned I do the Conquer challenges online. I just really like them. They're fun. They're a little interactive, which is kind of exciting. I did start I finished Lord of the Rings a couple months ago, so I've started the Game of Thrones series now. So it's a 5 medal series and like 5 different segments. Each is a different mile length. Once you complete that, they send you your medal. So I finished this at the very, very end of October, beginning of November. So I did get my first of the Game of Thrones medals. I actually finished second part of Game of Thrones with my 5K Run Turkey Run on Thanksgiving. So my second medal is in the mail. And like I said, it's a 5-part series. So I just started part 3, which, like I said, they're all different mile amounts. Part 3 is a total of 92 miles. So again, once you complete your 92 miles, then they'll send you your medal. Those miles, yes, I run mine and I only count my running miles. You can walk, you can bicycle, you can do whatever you want. If you want to skip down the street to get your 92 miles, you skip down your street. There's a Facebook group for the Conqueror Challenges as well, which I'm a part of. And there is actually one girl in there that I find super exciting. She is stitching a full coverage piece. So every stitch counts as, how is she doing it? I can't remember if it's like every stitch is a mile or how she's breaking it up. But yeah, she is stitching her way through her challenges, which I think that is absolutely awesome. So kudos to her for that. I think in other life news, I have put up my Christmas tree, so it is looking like Christmas in my house, so I love that. I love putting up my trees and decorations. I don't do a whole lot of extra decorating. I mostly just do my trees. That's where my enjoyment in the holiday decorating falls. And then along the Christmas lines too, in one of the neighboring cities where I live, This past weekend, they actually had a German Christmas market. So I went and checked out the Christmas market with a couple of friends on Saturday. I think I went Saturday afternoon. And we actually had a very, very enjoyable time. They have all of your beer gardens. They have all the different food vendors, all sorts of different shopping vendors, crafts, a lot of like knit and wool crafts, a lot of Christmas ornaments, a lot of that kind of stuff. But it was absolutely so much fun to go through. It was a good outing with some friends for that afternoon. So we enjoyed. I had to have a big, giant, soft pretzel. It's my favorite. It's my weakness. So I knew that they were going to have them there. So that is the one thing that I could not leave without getting. So that is what I treated myself to. Otherwise, not too much else going on here. Like I said, I had a couple of vacations from work, so it was nice just to have some time away, some time to relax and get stuff done around my house and just do whatever I wanted for a change. So I very much so enjoyed that. And of course, got in a bunch of stitching and diamond painting. All right, guys, I know it's short and sweet. And like I said, next month may not be too interesting since I am just going to focus on that dawn over New York City. But I will still come back and let you guys know what I got up to. So until then, be fierce, strong, and full of fire. Bye, guys.